So leading me to introduce our next speakers, they are both seniors at school. So like last year, we had a great experience with Enrique, and this year we found two gems, Kazana and Sarah. In a nutshell, what brings them here today is one of the things that makes this school great. This is a school that teaches you how to reason, how to think for yourself, how to form your own opinions, and how to back up what you say. It's not a school that teaches you how to memorize things. So they had a project this year in a class, which Sarah's going to mention briefly, but their final project was Plan Your Life. And that was a class of existential literature, and basically they both have very different backgrounds, and they formed this way of how they want to live their life. It was very inspiring to the committee looking at their outline. And basically, they're going to share with us how they're choosing to live their life without borders, without boundaries. So let's welcome them on stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, I hope you guys are all having a good evening. My name is Sarah Hatch.
And I'm Khazan Nguyen. We're both here seniors at ASF. And now you're probably wondering, what can two 17-year-old girls tell you that you don't know about life already?
Well, this last semester, we had the opportunity to study existentialism. And in that class, we were given a set of authentic life skills that we think, when applied in our lives, can really help us all live authentically. So the first is to be inspired by others, but don't blindly follow. We're each given a set of circumstances, and we're all different. And they're building blocks, and it's up to us to take those building blocks and form a life that we feel comfortable living.
During this time, you will meet a variety amount of people who will inspire you. They could be a mentor, an idol, a teacher, a friend, family. And it's important, though, even though it may seem easy to follow after their footsteps, to draw the inspiration they give you and become the person you want to be rather than becoming unoriginal.
It's important to keep that in mind, too, because we inspire others greatly. And it's important that we always strive to be a positive influence in the lives of those around us.
For me, I had the wonderful opportunity to grow up in a multitude of different countries, in Vietnam, to the US, back to India, and then to now Mexico. In this time, I have worked with amazing people, from politicians to best-selling authors to fellow travelers and global friends. Now, they've all taught me a lesson that not one single person could teach me. And I've had to learn how to take what they were teaching me and sculpt who I am today. And I continue to learn from them every single day. The second life lesson is view yourself and your suffering from a bird's eye view. It's human to see an obstacle or a problem and blow it out of proportion.
It's important that when we're faced with challenges that we take a step back and we can fully evaluate the situation and analyze it for what it is, viewing all aspects and even possible solutions.
And now, also, you have to find humility in your suffering, as hard as it may seem. And you have to take it all in and learn how to grow through the obstacle rather than get through it.
I learned this life skill firsthand when, just a little over a year ago, I found out that not only would I be moving to a new school, but a new country for my senior year. And I completely dreaded this move. But as I look back on my year so far, I can see that it's been filled with mountains and valleys, but more mountains, because I've utilized this life skill. I've taken a step back and I've seen the experiences that I've been able to have, the friends that I've made, and the relationships that I've strengthened with my family and with God, and I wouldn't change a thing. The next life skill we're going to talk about is value each breath. And in our lives, it's important for us to not only focus on the big events, but the small things too, and find joy in the entire journey.
We have to take the immense happiness, the unbearable pain, and everything in between as a gift. Now, I learned this life skill a little over a year ago when I went through one of the hardest moments of my entire life. I had just received the news that one of my best friends, Chad, had died. It hit me that the boy who used to tease me about the horrid bangs I wore in 6th grade and brought me smoothies when I was in tears and walked me to and from school for years was gone. With his death came evaluation and reminiscence. In evaluation, I realized that every moment I spent with Chad, I was so excited about what the next thing we were going to do, where we were going to go. and how we were going to do it. And I skipped over all the small stuff that now I cherish deeply. Now, when Chad passed away, we were in the middle of a fight, which now seems greatly silly. And so I urge you to value each breath in every aspect of your life, because life is there one moment and gone the next. Our last and final life skill is be mindful, and it tag teams with value each breath. We have to take in we have to take in everything that life has to offer. We have to learn how to be present and take moments to be grateful.
As we do this, I can promise, because I've learned firsthand, that we will truly feel like we're living our lives, that we're in control of every moment, and that we'll be happier than we've ever been before. I did a little experiment last year when I set a goal to live my life with more intention. And something that helped me achieve my goal was a ridiculous trend called the 100 Happy Day Challenge. So for 100 days, I posted something on social media that made me happy or that I was thankful for. And while it seemed ridiculous at the beginning, by the end I fell in love with the idea, and I ended up doing the challenge 2 more times. But what I love about this idea is that it gave me an opportunity to reflect on each day and find something in that day. I didn't have a big event every day, but something that made me happy or something that I was thankful for. And it helped me realize just how beautiful my simple life is. And sometimes it can honestly be so hard to find the small things in life to be excited about.
And that's perfectly human. But finding the small things doesn't mean you have to search for it everywhere. It may just be noticing the sky or taking a few moments with family.
Okay, so now we invite you to try a challenge called the Body, Heart, and Mind Challenge.
I first learned of this challenge when I suffered from severe anxiety. And it's helped me become more in touch with myself and how I'm feeling constantly. So take a moment to close your eyes. Now, notice your heartbeat.
Is it fast or is it slow?
Take a moment to notice your breathing. Now, move to your mind.
Are there 1,000 thoughts zipping through your head or none at all?
And lastly, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Is it clenched or are you relaxed? Take one more moment, and now open your eyes.
We believe that this challenge honestly can change your life. The most important thing for us is to be in tune with how we feel, and that challenge does exactly that. So ultimately, life is a mess, and we are often thrown things that we don't understand, what's happening, but the purpose of our lives is to find meaning in this mess, right? Whether that's through a higher power, our family, our friends, mentors,
or even yourself. So don't be afraid to break the rules, break the limits that you or others have set for you. So be inspired by others, but do not blindly follow.
View yourself and your suffering from a bird's eye view.
Value each breath.
And be mindful.
We hope you utilize these skills to help live a life, to take risks.
Be courageous.
Be kind.
And ultimately, live a life without boundaries.
A life you dream of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, that was great. Thank you, it was awesome. I'm inspired. Pretty wise words for 2 seniors. Do you agree? Yeah?